107.5 WGCI, the Chi's #1 for hip-hop and R&B. It's the best damn morning show in Chicago. Myself, the Destin legend Leon Rogers, Zach Booth,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother, white boy Ryan in the building. Hey, Zach, Ryan, I don't know about y'all, but I'm all about pleasure.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing like pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure yourself, pleasure somebody else. It's just all about pleasure, how it works. And right now, we have the purveyor of pleasure in the building, Miss Janelle Monae. How are you, love?
How are you?
Listen, can we take this show on the work?
Let's do it. I'm
on
ready.
the road, because I love that intro.
Listen, after seeing Lipstick Lover, I work for free. After seeing that video, let me tell you something, man. That is amazing. That is top. I'm going to tell you this right now before we even get started. That's top 5 video all time.
Wow.
Censored.
Wow.
Uncensored might be the greatest thing to ever come on before Spectrum and Cinemax and everything. That video is amazing to me.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
my
Well, thank
God.
you. I co-directed it, with my
I like how
long-term
you
director.
think.
So thank you.
I like
I'll
how
take
you
that.
Super dope. Well, let's get into it. Your tour was just announced yesterday.
Yes, the Age of Pleasure tour, North America dates.
All right. So what can we expect?
Oh my goodness. Well, we're talking about the Age of Pleasure tour. First of all, I want to say it's been since 2019 since I've been on
wow.
tour.
Outside.
So I'm so eager.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put together something special. It's going to be an experience.
Mm-hmm.
And, people come ready to know that you're going to be in a safe space.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be around people, free-ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I've dedicated.
Hashtag.
Yeah, I've dedicated a lot. Fam, that's what I like to call
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
Fam. I've dedicated this project specifically to making sure that people feel safe, loved, seen, and free to explore, self-discovery, all of that, and to be them and take care of each other.
Now let's stay on that real quick, because that's of the importance of people about being in a safe space. Because I feel like, and it just doesn't stem from the LGBTQIA community. It also stems from like black men, like black women, like. When you say safe space, I just want people to be sure out there that you're not necessarily just talking about from a sexual aspect. Are you talking about mental health, like being able to talk and just be free with your feelings and emotions? Is that where that kind of stems from?
Yeah, all of that. I mean, I think for me, the inspiration behind pretty much all of my albums, and specifically this one, has been based on my real life. And I'm around black and brown people all day. And being able to see us smiling at each other, being from around the world, from the continent, South Africa to Ghana to Nigeria to Jamaica to Atlanta to LA, I've been able to curate spaces and see us firsthand enjoying ourselves, free of thinking about police, free of thinking about, if
Just
somebody's
everyday
gonna come
BS,
in,
yeah.
is somebody gonna come in and like stop us from having a good time. And it was very important. It's very important that people know that I am actively wanting to make sure, mentally, holistically, that we are in a good space and we have a soundtrack for that, and that we feel like when we go on tour, that's where we're gathering.
I love that.
Right?
So what does the Age of Pleasure mean? That album title.
It means that we will never have a moment in our lives or around the world or whatever's going on where something won't be heavy. And in the words of Maurice White from Earth, Wind, and Fire, he said, if there ain't no beauty, make some beauty. So this is about creating the things that bring you pleasure, creating things that bring you beauty, and doing it with the people you love.
So what I like about a song you got off the album, I want to talk about real quick, because I'm a huge NBA fan.
Okay.
And so my mom, she's the casual basketball fan. But when I'm sitting up with her and she comes over by the house and I had a game on or whatever, there's a song that was playing in and out of commercials. And she's like, I like that. That's catchy.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of dope, that Float, the song you had, Float. And when they would show the highlights, they showing Float. And my mom, caught on to that song and resonated. When you write, do you write for a certain group of people, or do you think a song is just going to take off? Like, I remember back in the day, Yoga, right? And I'm thinking, did she write that for a certain group of people, or you just wrote some feel-good music and everybody just latches on? Like, what is your muse when it comes to writing for you?
Well, I think with that song and this project, with that song, that was really for me.
Okay.
That's the closest to how I'm living right now, to how I was feeling. And I wanted it to be known, like, I took off a lot of baggage and layers and did some really deep healing. I had an opportunity to do that during the pandemic, and I just feel much lighter. Now I float, and that's what that was. It's about being able to let things go so that you can release and float to the greatest version of yourself. And I think because it came from such an honest place for me, I think it has resonated with other people. And I think that they look at it like, that's me too.
Right.
You
No
know,
anchors.
Yeah. And I think having conversations with people around me, we're all just sort of on that vibe of vibrating higher than what we were.
So, with the free ass motherfucker era,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and you embodying that. What's some ways?
Say that again. That sounds real good.
See the free ass motherfucker era.
Are y'all gonna be able to
You
say
see
all
what I'm
this?
saying?
Or y'all gotta bleep
Well,
it
see,
out?
the thing is,
Shit,
thing
when we
is,
do it, right.
we're gonna let
I
Ryan.
love
We're
it.
gonna let
If we
Ryan
call
handle
you-
that.
Yeah.
If you see applications for 2 new dancers come by on your tour,
They gonna fire you.
we didn't make it.
They gonna fire you.
What they do? Fire the free ass motherfuckers.
right.
They really free now.
Look, y'all can come and join the band. Y'all come.
They
Come
free
join the
as
band. Come and
free
join.
lunch. But no.
Free lunch. I can't.
But no, I just wonder how. Do you have any tips of how you can embody your free ass motherfucker era if you aren't in? You know what I'm saying? Like how do I get into that? What are some ways that I can become more free?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it just depends on sort of what you're trying to get free from. If you're getting free from a lot of people's opinions, sometimes it's not about everybody. It's the right people that you're having conversations with. The people that want to see you free of the overthinking or the anxiety or the depression or the not really living in your purpose, whatever that may be. So I think it starts with you knowing, like, this is the version of me that I'm trying to get to, and how do I get there?
Yeah.
And I think it starts with good community, safe space.
Safe space.
And I think you just have to, like, for me, I have a mantra where, my inner voice is the loudest motherfucker in the room. Like, what I think about me is it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
people
all,
obviously will have opinions, and people gonna people, right? And even the great things that they say, like, I have to know that and believe that myself, and that's it.
Fact.
And so I think that is a practice. It's a muscle. I don't wake up every morning, I'm a free ass motherfucker. Like, I have to train my thoughts, my heart, my mind, my spirit to align with that messaging. And I think if you do it enough, it'll just come natural for you.
So it's a mantra. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of living.
It's a lifestyle.
So let me ask you a question, because you just, every time I've talked to you, had the pleasure of sitting down with you, your spirit always seems nurturing, loving, caring. How does Janelle Monae, where do you get, you seem like the person that always wants to put people in a safe space. Where do you go, or who do you go to for your safe space? Because, sometimes it can be a drain.
Yeah.
Everybody calling you with their BS, and nobody takes the time to
Yeah.
find out how my girl Janelle doing, the strong one. Like, so where do you go? Like, do you have people that you can, sometimes come to like, hey, man, I really don't want to hear about y'all problems today because this is what I got going on. How does that balance play out, and how do you keep your sanity with that?
Yeah. No, that's a great question, and I think that's very important because as leaders, and I consider myself a leader, I have to be poured back into as well because I'm always giving. It does take energy, and I do have an emotional support coach that I go to, a best friend of mine as well, and we talk all the time. So she's been on my journey. Like, when I discovered I was dealing with rejection and abandonment issues, I had to go back to my childhood, and so we wrote down, like, when's the first time you felt, let down by somebody in your family, or somebody didn't show up for you, and and she helped me to understand the patterns of all of this. Like, the stuff I dealt with as a kid, it manifests itself, right now in my life in different ways. And I don't want to get too deep now if we have more time. But that being said, I'm having different level of conversation.
Yeah.
And so I have to know who those people are. I have to trust, and know that they have my best interests at heart. And I think that's really what it is. Like, I've had to create a safe space for myself outside of
the safe space
you create
for everybody
that
else.
I create
Okay,
for everybody else. And I think it just brings me to another conversation. Like, we should have free access to therapy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially Black and brown people, and you know,
mandatory.
Always, like, the government should be paying for it around the world. It should just be free, and we should be paying therapists and teachers as well, way more than they're being paid, because these are the people who have to help us grow and become our highest self. And when you're dealing with mental illness or mental health, a lot of the issues in our community stem from just not being able to process what's going on.
Oh, Janelle,
Yeah.
You preaching now. That's too much like right, you know, but you know, COINTELPRO, we get all of that. That's the main reason why they don't do that.
Yeah. But you know, that back to the album. The album comes out June 9th. It's there now.
6-9. I like
6-9.
I like that better.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Slow
Pleasure.
clap. Build it up. Build it up to a
All right.
rousing
Yeah.
Anybody else get a little
applause
hot?
from Mr.
Yeah.
Monae for that right there.
Okay.
When is your birthday?
December 1st.
I'm December 30th.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
you have. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm
So-
born at 12:01 a.m. They say on 12:01.
That's dope. So back to the album, you know what I'm saying, on 6-9.
When does it come out again?
6-9.
All right.
6-9.
Yes,
You gotta
exactly.
say it like that.
Yeah.
So one more time.
Yeah.
No, I know when it
I
come
made
out,
sure
Leon.
that it was spelled with the numbers.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And you know
Yes.
that's the zodiac sign for
Yes.
Cancer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We understand that. But Leon always
We
gets-
gotta go, but I literally have to get this off my chest and ask you this before you leave.
Uh-huh.
Lipstick Lover,
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah.
Was that Hito vibes or what?
Hito.
Hedo, like hedonism.
Hedonistic. Ooh,
I got
hedonism.
hedonism vibes from that video,
Oh,
from the body
God.
paint to the lady that was sitting on the side of the pool,
Yeah.
and something was
Yeah.
simulated.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I was on the other end of that.
It was a lot.
I was on the other end of that.
Were
You got to
you?
see the video.
Well, listen, again, I'm all about safe spaces, and I wanted to make
Sheesh.
sure that was representation for all of the free-ass motherfuckers who were in a safe space, free, you know, self-discovery of themselves, and as a community. And I think what's really important is that we just normalize, you know, sexual wellness, that we normalize, again, Black folks in safe spaces being free-ass motherfuckers.
I love it.
Like,
And
that
when
is
me and my
very
wife be
important.
free every time we watch that video.
Well,
Jesus
hey,
Christ.
tell your wife I said hello.
Man,
and thank
praise
you.
God. That is works. We want to thank you for stopping by. Janelle Monae, The Age of Pleasure.
Yeah.
Lipstick Lover. Float is out. The album comes out when?
6-9.
And the tour was announced yesterday.
Yes, I want to see
When
y'all
the album
tour.
come out again?
You say it.
Don't sound good when I say it.
6-9, brother.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear you
It's on
say it.
6-9, no dog.
Janelle Monae, y'all, one more time. We appreciate you for stopping by, Queen. Love it.
Y'all, love y'all. Love you, Chicago.
No
Thank
doubt.
you.